That's right. It's good to be in the middle. Don't you think it's good to be in the middle,
live?
Paul?
Are
We are live.
okay.
We are live. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but we're live. Usually they start logging in now. But
rolling on in.
Now I feel intimidated to tell my flash stories.
you feel intimidated to tell your hash stories. What do you mean?
No, I'm just kidding.
Because we're live on YouTube?
I mean, you know, I declared in my ESI study that I'm not a drug abuser.
Well, the term drug means anything that changes your body, chemically or
technically-
physically. Even a shampoo is a drug.
Oh yeah.
But yes, 2 bullets in the 2,500 mixed triple draw. We go into day 16th. We finish 48th. We had 8 consecutive draws where we kept pairing. And when the blinds are 10-20, that's going to kill your stack real quick, you know? And I was playing small ball. Like, somebody would open. If I was drawing to like a 6 low and ace to 5 low ball, I would 3-bet. Because if you're drawing to a 6 and low ball and you don't 3-bet, you shouldn't be playing the game. If I was drawing to a 7-5, I would just flat. I would just flat and draw wood. And it just kept pair. So I was all the way down to 7,000 in chips when the blinds were 5 and 10K, and I managed to spin it up to 80. And the table was like, wow, you really are spinning that up. You're taking the small amount of chips you had and making the most amount that you can. Now, 7K when the blinds are 5 and 10K isn't even a half of a big blind, or it's not even a full big blind. At the WPT, I did that 3 times in December where I was less than a big blind and managed to come back and get second in the tournament. And I think that's because, especially when it comes to triple draw, you really do have the power, a lot of times, to decide how much money you want to put in the pot. So even though I played small ball, I went from small ball and I literally from 70th place, which was min cash, down to 48th place. I just couldn't get a fucking hand. Like, I didn't pay anybody off. I paid one guy off who was a Badoogie specialist. Ed Badoogie, what I thought he could be, possibly snowballing me.
Was it a mixed game?
It was mixed triple draw. Badoogie, deuce to 7, and ace to 5. And ace to 5, by the way, is... I thought deuce to 7 was my strongest game. I honestly think ace to 5 is one of my strongest games. I think ace to 5 low ball, I can fucking take anybody on. I don't know why. Hi, bread and kids. Hello. Thank you for tuning in, guys. You know, so 2 bullets in for 5K. We cashed 51.27, so 2 days worth of work for $127, folks. That's the fucking life of a grinder right there. But at the end of the day, it's beautiful out here, man. It's a beautiful day. We're alive. We're playing poker for a living. You liked and subscribed. I really appreciate that. All the likes, all the subscribes, we appreciate it. We do poker here, but we're just doing some live updates. And we're going to get to 2 of our Madhouse members. First, we're going to swing to Sean, because he's probably not going to have much to say, because this morning he didn't have much to say. How are you doing today, Sean?
Lovely.
Look at that. I like your hat. I like your shirt, brother.
Oh, isn't it amazing?
It is. It actually
It does
matches
look
really
good.
well.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't imagine why.
And it fucking feels good, doesn't it?
Feels so good.
How'd you do today, brother?
Not well.
Okay, fair enough. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I played one hand.
We're listening. What hand were you playing?
What did I have?
How do we go from 23 live viewers to 3? I turned the camera to you, Sean, and we went from 21 to 3. Everybody was like, what the fuck?
Man.
Go on, Sean.
Bring him back. So yeah, I played a little 1-3 hold'em at the Horseshoe or Paris or wherever the WSOP is,
Okay.
and bought him for 300.
Okay.
Lady has raised every hand as she raises to 10. I make it 25 on the button with King Queen of Diamonds. Everybody else folds. She calls. Flop is King High with 2 clubs. She leads for 10. I make it. No, she leads for 25. I make it 60.
Okay.
She jams. Something told me it was a draw, like the weak lead. I'm like, it's either a set or a draw, and
Yeah.
it just didn't
It was
feel.
a set.
No, it was a
It
draw.
was a draw, and she got there.
Yeah.
That happens. So we did 2 bullets, profited $157 in the $2,500 mixed triple draw. Thank you, Mujitsu, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Here we have Paul. Paul, how did you do today?
Hey guys. I basically took a day off. I played cash games for like an hour or two maybe.
Paul's day off is a lot like my day off. Just play cash
Yeah,
games for a
just-
couple hours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I still didn't know if I want to play today or not, and I just call it a day really quickly.
When you can't make a decision when you want to play or not, you're better off just not playing. Like my day off, I lost like fucking $4,000. I sat down, I played 20-40, won like $100, played Big O, lost 600, and I went to 5100 and lost $3,600 there. And that was brutal too. That was like flush draws with low draws and just never getting there. So far for the trip, I think after our 2 bullets and our profit of $127, I think we're only like negative $2,000 now. I think so. Somewhere around there. I'm not sure. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you like my hat. But I think we're down $2,000. Which is a little frustrating when you start off up 17,000. But half the reason why I'm not sure is because people use me like a bank, and that's okay. I've had poker players, all sorts of stuff.
Yep, money in, money
And
out.
so I'm pretty sure I'm around minus 2K. But it could be 12K, it could be up 8K, I really don't fucking know. No, it should be minus 2K, according to my chart. But my money says otherwise, no.
Right.
So Paul got some dog walkers, which is some pre-rolls that are indicas. And the stizzies I was using are infused. Mujitsu was playing a dealer's choice cash game last night. Mujitsu, if you don't know, has been one of my longtime viewers. He's asked me questions for the last 3 years. Mujitsu, baby, we got to meet one day, first of all. I wasn't involved in a hand, but there was an insane hand. After I picked a game of 6-card Dramaha. You pick 6-card Dramaha, you are a sick fuck. I mean, 6-card Dramaha, like...
How fun.
Yeah, I suppose. So you can draw all 6? Can you draw 5? Is there a limit on how much you can draw? But tell me about this insane hand in 6-card Dramaha. I want to hear it, and I'll mention it to all the other viewers. But yeah, in the mixed triple draw, we honestly did not have any spots that were bad. There was one big bet that I paid that I questioned. I had a 9 Badoogie, and the guy had a 7 Badoogie. And, it's really hard for me to fold a 9 Badoogie. And, I don't know. That was about it. And that wouldn't have made that big of a difference. I mean, to play 2 whole days, 2 bullets, and not really make a mistake. I don't know. I felt really good about my play. When you have those moments where you're just like, like I said, I brought it all the way down to 7K and spun it all the way up to 80. And then I had an 8-6-3 induced to 7, and it was a bet, a raise, a 3-bet, and a 4-bet. And I'm the big blind for $10,000, and I'm like, it's 30 more to go. We're 4 ways for 40,000. I literally 2 minutes ago had 7, like 7K, and I'm sitting here going, if I can just get a good fucking draw, I have an 8-6-3, which is my lowest of my range, induced to 7 on any type of raise, or especially in a 3-bet situation, 4-bet situation, maybe I fold. But you know what? I'm literally sitting there going, man, if I win this fucking pot, this is gonna be like a 300 or 400K pot. So I call, I pitch 2, I get fucking king queen, and it goes 2, 3, 1 and 1, and I think a 8-7 ended up winning it. No, the guy had a wheel. That's right, the guy had a complete wheel. So I don't know, maybe if I draw it changes things, who knows? But he was drawing to a 7, which is why he 4-bet. But my point is I could have taken that 7K and literally within like 5 minutes had like fucking 300K in front of me because it's the limit. You must throw away at least 1 card so you play with a regular 5-card draw and Omaha hand. Okay, well, you didn't specify that. So you start off with 3, and if you throw away 3 cards, you'll get 2 back. Okay, I wasn't sure if you threw away 3, then you get 3, then you discard 1. Yes, we do, Sean. We want pasta soon. He's texting me. I don't know who Sean is. Who's your favorite Teletubby? That's a fucking weird question. I don't even know about that. These are some of the trolls that we deal with, but hit a like and subscribe anyways. Moral of the story, there is a guy who was up a lot. He had a strong 5-card hand and Omaha hand. While you're unlikely to get scooped, heads up, it's probably not winning either part of the hand. A couple other players are going crazy. Yeah, the 2-day I busted. I got in the money, though, 48th place. I even laddered up. Min cash was like 5,027. I got 5,127. I was 1 spot away from 5,246. So I'm going to go inside now and get some pasta. How about you?
Yeah, sounds like
Yes, we're going to go inside and have some pasta. Okay, so all these guys are going crazy in this Drama Haw 6 game. What was the net end of the story? Not bad as long as you make money. Yeah, I had 2 bullets in it though, 5K, and then I cashed out 5127, which is better than what Wayne got. Wayne got like 90th. And you couldn't fucking make this up. When my table broke, I got sat directly to the left of Wayne, and I looked at him and I said, I love you, Wayne, no matter what happens. And then I get a fucking badoogie when he has a 3-card 7 and he opens and I 3-bet him and he just knows and he's drawing, and I, took my friend from fucking, yes, we'll take pasta. Yes, on the pasta. From 70K down to 30K, Yeah, I know, bro. Like, I said to Wayne as he was short stacked, I said, I just want you to know I love you anyways, and I can't not soft play you. Anybody want to ever question my fucking ethics, just look at that hand, because it fucking tore me up inside, like legit. But whatever.
It's fun to battle your friend in a cash game.
It's fun in a fucking bracelet event, 20 spots from the money, and he's fucking having the worst run of his life. This was the most fucking horrible fucking thing. Not that I can do, but I can't. I have ethics I have to live with. I love him, and I hope him. He went home for a few days just to get a break, and I think that's good for him. And if he's watching, which I know he isn't because he's probably with his wife right now, but I love you, Wayne, and it literally ate me up to fucking do that to you, but it's a bracelet event, and I have ethics. I love you. So we're going to move right along from that. But yeah, that would be kind of interesting. How many poker players would actually do that to, like, one of their best friends? Like, I don't know. I remember Daniel Negreanu was saying that he used to chop with people a bunch of times, and then he stopped chopping with certain players, and he's like, and it pissed off other players because they're like, why would you chop with him, but you want to chop with me? So Daniel Negreanu just said, I just stopped chopping with everybody. Like, it's an equal rule. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna have some dinner. Do you guys have any questions? Or Sean, you got anything you want to tell the viewers?
Nope.
No.
Nothing I can say on here. The thought that popped into my head was like, oh no, let's muffle that.
Oh wow.
Sean's only had half a drink,
Oh,
so he
wow.
ain't gonna say that out loud.
What kind of drama did you want to bring up?
Oh
Is
no,
it-
no. I was just gonna talk shit about poker and how miserable it would gaming is like.
I mean, I always no, that's a great conversation starter because, this is great because be honest with you, dude. Like, if you don't fucking question why you play poker for a living once a month, you are not doing it right. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are.
Once a month is a little excessive.
Yeah, you think it should be like once every 2 weeks. Like, I know.
No.
Once every 2 months.
If you're having ups and downs that bad every single month.
No, but even when you have
you know what I
upswings, you have other shit that comes into play, and you're like, you look back and you're like, wow, I made like $3,000 for the month. You're like, I could have just not traveled and fucking flipped burgers and been happier, and made the same amount of money.
Made the same amount of money, maybe not be happier.
True. I mean, it depends what your definition of happiness is.
Correct.
I like spending time with my wife and wearing a nice fucking
I like
orange
spending
tux.
time with your wife.
I'm so glad you like spending time with my wife too, Sean. What am I playing next? I might be playing, and I'm going to ask you, Paul, your opinion on this in a minute. But yeah, I might be playing the 240 mixed triple draw at the Orleans tomorrow as my easy day. I know I have it on the board somewhere, the 240 that I actually put up there because I was like, just in case I bust out of the mixed triple draw on day 2. Yeah, so the guy who got scooped had ace, king, 3-3, and nut flush on a paired board. Straight. Oh, wow, okay. But yeah, so what do you think, Paul? How many poker players, the situation I was involved with Wayne today, I don't know if you heard. I got sat directly to his left and got dealt a Badoogie when he opens. And I 3-bet him, and of course he calls, and he draws one, and I bet he calls, draws one, I bet he calls, then I go check, because I'm like, if he's got me beat, he's got me beat. And when I checked, here's what went through my mind. I looked at his stack, and I saw he had $30,000. And I said, he has to bet here as a bluff. And then I said, he knows I have to call him no matter what. And I said, now that he knows that I know, he should honestly just check here, because if he bets, I'm going to fucking call him, and it's going to hurt me even more. And he checked behind. That was probably one of the best moves I've seen him do, because he knew the situation, because there was like fucking $90,000 in the pot, and I had like 230 at the time, or 240, and he's got like 30. Those chips are way more valuable for him to stay alive. So I think most poker players in that situation would have bet. And then, of course, I'm always calling. But what do you think, Paul? Would you lean on, not really lean, but if you're deep in a tournament with one of your best friends and you got sat directly to the left of them and you just knew you had a hand that you had an advantage of, would you play it, or would you soft play it?
I mean, no, I've got the same ethics.
I figured.
I just always play it,
Yeah.
just to win.
And someone once, a local from
It's like unfortunate, but
a local from like
Just
my
like
card
this.
room, who's like a notorious angle shooter, and just like super reg. Like his wife is, his wife's a sugar mama, and he just plays poker and
For entertainment,
Yeah.
right?
And they all told me that I was out of line because I called his all-in in a satellite for 20. It was like a MSBT for $2,700 buy-in.
Okay. It was like a Survivor's satellite?
Yeah, the old style.
Yeah.
Play to the end.
So
everybody's-
play until there's fucking
Yeah,
11
we're
people
almost-
left.
We're about five from the from the money, and he jams, and I look down at aces. It never even occurred to me that I should fold. Like, we're all playing against each other. I don't have enough chips to comfortably coast into this. Like, what do you expect? Like, and they all, like, him and, like, his buddy were just like, that's so fucking rude. He's your friend. How could you do that? And I'm like, the fucker would not have done it for me.
I mean,
I say that with 100% confidence. He would have never done it for me. Why would I do it for, you know what I mean?
first of all, whether or not he would do it for you is irrelevant. You just play the hand and just live with it,
Right.
But that's funny that you got some shit because you didn't fold pocket aces when some idiot goes all in with 5 to go in a Survivor tournament. That's fucking hilarious.
You know, I mean, I'm sitting there with 15 to 20 bigs. I'm a middle stack, but that's still not comfortable.
And that one pot seals it, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So Josh says I should play the main event Sadie. He says all the satellites are soft. I am 1 for 4 in satellites. Like when you think about my tournament caches, you know, normally I would say, oh, this is like 3 for 19 or 3 for 20 because I had 2 bullets in it. But actually it's 4 for 21 or 4 for 20 because I did cache the 10K Big O satellite. So right now my cache record is fucking 20% in tournaments, so which is pretty damn good. You know, you figure I bought that in for it for 1,100 and I won a 10K ticket. That's like a 10K win. So if you do factor the 10K ticket, you could make an argument that I am up like $6,000 or $7,000 still for the trip, right? But I don't look at it that way. It's not real money. But that's just me. That's the problem with Limit Badoogie. If a player is even remotely capable of bluffing, you need to look them up after the final draw. Yeah, and well, I mean, I knew Wayne was capable of bluffing, but I also knew that with the situation, he was going to be forced to bet, and I was going to be forced to call. And I think he just recognized that I'm a good enough player to recognize that, and he was like, yeah, I'm not betting, you know. And it was a good move on his part, so hopefully he'll get some rest and he'll come back and he'll just he's gonna crush the $1,500 deuce to 7 triple draw. That's on Monday, so that's my next bracelet event, is the $1,500 deuce to 7 triple draw, and then I might do the milestone into the deuce to 7 10K. Because if I won that satellite, I'd fucking play the 10K. Because I'm a fucking degen. Because I just know you just spin it all up. So we're going to eat dinner now. Oh, we get a couple more questions. We'll stay live. I always get asked to play soft against people in big tournaments. 2 tables left. Never do and don't think they know better. But makes you think how many people do. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, and there's teams of players in smaller venues. Like, you know, I read about a team of players in the Connecticut area or wherever it is. Atlantic City. I'm not sure. I'm a little stoned right now, and the food smells great. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like and subscribe. Play smart, everybody, and run like a god.